Hi everyone, Jess here, and today I'm joined with Vijay Dheap from RozieAI. Thank you so much for joining me.
A pleasure, Jess.
So firstly, what innovative self-service options have emerged this year and what challenges still remain?
It's interesting when we talk about self-service. I always wonder, we've been at it for decades now, iteratively trying to automate manual engagement. We should be done by now. But especially in travel, one of the important things is that it's very personal. Think about it this way. You spend thousands of dollars on a few days. It could be a day, it could be a couple of days, right? Vacation. And the memories that you create in that time last a lifetime, whether it's good or bad,
Yeah.
right? So when we talk about self-service, what we're seeing is the ability to tailor it to that individual in a specific moment. If you kind of roll back the clock a little bit, you see every time we do self-service, we've always been trying to get narrower down to the individual. I think now with the advent of new technologies, including generative AI, and operational and computational capabilities, we're starting to be able to get it down to that individual. So that's where we're headed. We first did it for one size fits all. Then we did demographics, so we'll try to do a little bit for one group at a time. But now I think we're steadily getting to the point where we can be very adaptive, very customized to that individual.
Fantastic. And like you say, we are making headway, but we should be done by now. So what given the considerable investment here, why are adoption rates still on the slower side?
Well, one of the things that I think about in travel is that customer experience and the overall brand experience, it's hard to control every variable. Regulations keep changing, operations keep changing. Unlike a product that you buy, right? The company controls the requirements, the design, and they can do user research and then give you exactly something that fits your needs. In travel, you have all these other variables that influence the end outcome. And so that is one of the areas where it almost necessitates some degree of human involvement. We can steadily chip away at it. And so that's kind of some of the reasons why we have to kind of look at every opportunity to optimize that experience from a self-service perspective. And that self-service adoption, from an adoption standpoint, for users, it's their comfort level. It matters based on demographic, age particularly, the type of task that they're trying to perform, and the consistency of the experience. And so those are the three elements that we need to think about as we're building self-service experiences.
Fantastic. And picking up a little bit more on the customer experience side, what opportunities do you see for airlines, particularly in light of initiatives like NDC and changing regulations that you've already touched on?
One of the things that we have observed over the past several years now, airlines are looking for a more direct consumer relationship. There was a time when aggregators or travel agencies held that consumer relationship, and airlines have kind of really focused on it. Now with NDC, they have an opportunity to create partner ecosystems. And it's a different model than the old one, where all they did was sell transport from point A to point B. Now they're able to own pre-travel, during travel, and post-travel outcomes. That also brings out more responsibility, because you're working through a partner ecosystem, you have to have visibility and service throughout that journey, and being able to orchestrate and that journey and adapt so that you can have predictable outcomes. That's the challenge.
Absolutely. And as we look to the future, what do you envision as the future of contact centers for the industry?
We have seen a number of airlines look at how to remove their dependency on contact centers, especially budget airlines. There's some that don't even have contact centers anymore. But we also see the pendulum swing back where people do value customer experience, that human touch. Other airlines, even full service carriers, some are starting to grow their containment rate in self-service to very high percentages, 80, 90, some even boast 97%. Now, it's about what do you contain? What do you, and it's a balance for every airline to make their decision on where they're going to make their investments and what type of brand experience they want to deliver. It's one of the interesting things about self-service is that the same capabilities that you make available for self-service can also be provided for employees to deliver excellent customer experience. So even if you have contact centers and you want to give that human touch, and that's going to become a premium service, so they can still use all of those tools and capabilities to make that experience fast, efficient, while being able to charge a value add around delivering contact centers. So I don't see contact centers going away, but it might become a premium offering.
Okay, fantastic. So seeing this space change shape quite a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you again for joining me today.
A pleasure, Jess. Thanks you again for having me.